So hello there. Wow, it looks like we already have people on. Welcome everybody. Today is Sunday, October 28th, and I am Lynn Huber.
And I'm Richard.
And this is Richard, and we are on our Sunday evening Learning with Lynn. So I'm happy to see you out here today. I'm excited. Basically, today I want to go back to the basics because I know we have a lot of new team members on our team, and there may be a lot of you out there that maybe need some help with new stuff, with beginner stuff. But also, we might hit on a couple of things that maybe you just didn't know. Maybe you just never noticed before. And with the Avon 2.0, a lot of things have changed. So maybe I'll be showing you something that you haven't seen before. So that might be good. Anyway, welcome out here. If you're here, go ahead and say hi so we know who you are. I can see that there's viewers, but so Cheryl, hello.
Hey,
welcome
Cheryl.
From California. Good to see you here. Anyway, so I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to get this off of here so that, okay, so now you should be able to see my screen. Okay, perfect. So this is my online beauty biz blog, onlinebeautybiz.com. And today we're just going to click on getting started. Right up at the top here, we're just going to click on getting started. And so I want to go into a couple of things. I have all kinds of things in here for new representatives. So it starts out and it says, congratulations on your decision to become a beauty boss, and it talks about the 3 ways that you can make money with Avon. So there's the traditional face-to-face selling. Oh, look, we have a whole bunch. Okay, Ray Smith is on. Hi, from California. Mm-hmm. And Cheryl, oh, you're so sweet. Thank you for your, let me see, I'll show you that. So thank you, Cheryl, for your kind comments. Appreciate that. Hi, Lori. Good to see you.
Lori. Mark must be so screwing in the last board, trying to get the deck done.
Mark's out on the deck scrambling before it gets dark. So anyway, we talk about traditional face-to-face selling and how this is the way we've always sold, face-to-face. And if I go back to when I first started in 2001, I built a huge business doing this. And, within about 3 years, I was selling over $100,000 a year. Oh, hi, Mark. I guess you're here.
Oh, he's there.
So anyway, you can earn 20 to 50% off your product sales, depending on your sales level and the size of your order. And then we have online sales, the second way to make money with Avon. And this is a really cool thing because you don't have to touch the product. Well, actually, we're going to talk about that. There's 2 ways you can set up your website. So if somebody orders online representative delivery, you still will be delivering and collecting the money. If they order direct delivery, then you don't have to worry about it. They place their order with Avon, they pay for it, Avon ships it directly to them, and they give you money. That works really good, right?
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that in more detail. And leadership, the 3rd way to earn money with leadership. So when you're in leadership, you introduce other people to the Avon opportunity, you build a team and you mentor them and you grow a business. And that's really where the most money is with Avon. But if you want to make the most money, you want to focus on all 3 areas. So person-to-person sales, online sales, and leadership. So there's a whole bunch of stuff in here about getting started, how to use the daily care collection, frequently asked questions, when do I have to pay. So let's go to how do I get paid as an Avon representative. Hey, Priscilla, good to see you.
Hey, Priscilla.
Because I get questions about this all the time, and it depends. The truth is Avon pays a lot of different ways depending on how you're doing the sales. So first off, as an Avon representative, when you're brand new, there's a Kickstart program for your first 90 days. You can earn $1,000 in your first 90 days. And I will tell you, I have team members, Rick and Tina, who did $3,000 in their first 90 days. So it's not limited to that, but it kind of starts there if you meet the goals and goes up from there. So you can click on here to get more information about the Kickstart program. But how do you get paid for selling Avon? Okay, well, Avon has a 2-week cycle called a campaign, and you always know when if we go log into youravon.com, up here it says your campaign 23 is due by 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific on Tuesday, 10:30. That's when it ends. Everybody's campaign ends at the same time, and you place your order anytime between now and then, and I strongly suggest you do not wait until the last minute. In fact, this is a Tuesday, I would get your order in by like Friday before at the latest if it was me. Because especially if you're building a big business or you're in leadership or something and those sales have to count for you, you could really hurt yourself if you wait too long. So anyway, so the way it works is during that 2-week period, you're going to collect orders and then you'll submit them all together. So I will go out, I'll pass out books, I'll do all the follow-up that we've been talking about on our weekly calls, because if you don't follow up on a book that you give out, I can pretty much guarantee you won't get an order. And if you do follow up, a huge percentage of them will give you orders. So you're going to take the book out, you're going to pass it out, collect orders, you're going to accumulate them all, and then you're going to submit them together on your Avon.com. You can do it by customer if you want to. And if you do it by customer, then you'll be able to create really nice invoices for your customers. Or you can just do it all under your name, whatever you prefer to do. But you'll place your order, and then Avon will bill you for the net cost of your products. That's minus your discount. So people always ask me, do I get a discount on my products? Yes. Everything is at a discount. So to make it really simple, let's say you're earning 20% that campaign, and you have a $100 order. Then Avon is going to bill you $80. You've collected $100, right? And so there's $20 left in your pocket. You get to keep that $20. That was your earnings. You'll pay Avon the $80, and whatever's left, you keep. Now, I'm not considering tax and shipping and all of that. You'll need to, of course, collect all that from your customers. But just remember, the net cost of your products, Avon's going to bill you. So if you're at 40% earnings and you sell $100, Avon will bill you $60. You've collected $100, so you pay Avon the $60, and now you have $40 left. That's your earnings. It's also your discount off of your products. So, and then how do you get paid for selling Avon online? Well, like I mentioned, there's 2 ways to set up your website. And so if a customer orders online representative delivery, that goes in your accumulated orders that you submit to Avon, and then you deliver to your customers and collect the money, right? But if you have it set up for direct delivery, or they place an order direct delivery, then Avon credits your account. And anytime that your credit balance is more than $25, Avon will direct deposit that into your bank account. You do need to set up direct deposit, and this post goes into more instructions on how to do that. I'm not going to go into all that today, but let me go in here. And so this is how you can see your earnings, okay? We're in youravon.com, and if you click on My Account up at the top and Account Balance, and then click on Search, because that'll show you the last 30 days. So as you can see, I have online store earnings here of $16.49. I have another one for $7.75 and another one here for $17. So each one of those deducts from my balance that I owe Avon. So it's credited right to you, basically, because that's money you don't have to pay Avon anymore. Hi, Cheryl. Let me see. How do you explain new reps credit limit? People seem to be confused. Okay, perfect. That's a good question, actually. Thanks for asking me that. So basically, I tell new reps that nobody gets credit, or very, very few people get credit. And that's true, actually, because I think 95% of people I sign up do not get credit. So I tell them that just like any other company, Avon, Tupperware, Mary Kay, it doesn't matter. They all have to pay up front. When they place an order, if you're a Tupperware rep and you place an order, you have to send in payment. If you're a Mary Kay rep, you have to send in payment. It's the same thing with us. You take the orders, you collect the money, you place your order online. Avon tells you how much you need to pay, and you pay it. If you don't, they won't ship your order. And so what I do tell somebody, and actually it was Lisa Wilbur, I think I heard this from originally, so I'll give her credit for it. But if somebody says to you, well, my last rep used to let me pay when I delivered, then your response should be, oh yeah, I remember when Avon used to do that. So do you want to pay by credit card or check? Boom, just like that. Don't make a big deal out of it, because it is true. Avon did used to do that. Avon doesn't do that anymore. So, it's just that simple, and it's up to you what you want to do, but you're going to have to pay for that order up front. So I strongly suggest that you collect the money up front. After you've been selling with Avon for a while, they do give you credit. But I don't tell new reps that they're going to get credit at all, and I don't even bring it up at all. I just tell them that they're going to have to pay up front, more than likely. So I hope that answers your question. So let's go back to this post. So how do I get paid? It shows up right in your account. If you have a credit balance with Avon more than $25, then they'll direct deposit it into your bank. Okay, so now going back here.
That answered your question. That's good. Thanks, Joe.
Oh, perfect. Sure. Okay, yeah. Awesome. Hi, Don. Welcome. So let's see. What else do I have on here? Representative versus direct delivery. Okay, this is something that's really important to understand if you don't already, because your Avon website defaults to both. It defaults to representative or direct delivery. Your customer can go in and they can place an order and they can choose whether they want their representative to deliver to them or whether they want to order it from Avon directly. And if they choose representative, then it goes into your orders. Actually, if I go back to youravon.com, right here where it says start new order, if you have orders, they'll show up here in your cart. And you can click on it and you can view orders. And so if somebody goes on your store and they place an order, it will show up here. And again, you need to place it with your orders. So at that point, you're going to need to call them and say, how did you want to pay for this? Or sometimes what I was running into was that they didn't live anywhere nearby, or I live in Salt Lake City, and maybe they lived over the point of the mountain, or somewhere where I didn't want to drive to deliver their order.
New York City.
Yeah, I've even had orders like that where they put representative delivery and they lived in a whole different state. Yeah. So I turned it off on my website. The way I figure it, hey Tina, welcome. Hey, Tina. Hi, Mark. The way I figure it is if they are on my website, why even get in the middle of it? Let them order directly, just like if they're going to Amazon, right? They go on to my website, they place an order, they pay for it, Avon ships to them, and Avon pays me. You saw that. I just showed you my statement where I have all those credits from all those people that Avon's paying me. So what I want to show you is if you go to your web office and then under online store, just hover over it. Don't click on it, but hover over it and click on personalization tool. And this is all spelled out in that blog post too. And then you go to customer preferences. See right here, it says both representative and direct delivery or direct delivery only. So I have it as direct delivery only and I save it. Because if they're on my website, I don't see any reason why I need to even get involved. Let them order, let them, just like on Amazon, they place their order, it's shipped to them, and I get paid for it. So if you want to do both, you know, I mean, a lot of my customers, the ones that buy from me, they'll either email me or they'll call me. They don't typically go on my website. And if they are on my website, I just don't see any reason why Avon can't ship direct, because I get paid the same regardless. And it's easier for the customer. So that's representative versus direct delivery. And right here, it shows you how to set that up. Then I have this other question I get a lot. I got an order in my online store. My customer told me they ordered, but I can't find it. Where do I find it? So again, we go back to youravon.com. I'm going to click on the main page so that I know we're at the main page. Okay, so by the way, if you click on this logo, it will always take you home, in case you didn't know that. So if you go to youravon.com and you click on web office, right here, it says I have 0 everything right now. 0 new customers, 0 new orders in cart, 0 direct delivery orders, and online customer change notices. So if they placed it representative delivery, it would be in this new orders in cart. It would show you 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever you have. If it had direct delivery orders, it would show you 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever you have there. You can click on that and you'll be able to see your direct delivery orders. At this point, they're not processed yet. You haven't received credit for them yet. But this is where you can see them pretty much right away. Sometimes it'll take like an hour to show up, but pretty much right away they show up right here. Now, if you want to see what you got paid on, go back to the main screen here and scroll down, and you have this dashboard down here, and it says online store orders, direct delivery, and you can view it here. I'm not going to click on this because my customers are in there and that's kind of confidential information. But if I clicked on this, I could view it. And the orders that are in here have been billed already and I've been paid for them. So that's the difference. So if you want to know if you're trying to find it, it's probably in web office over the right-hand side. And if you want to know if you've been paid on it yet, it's right here. And you can always go to my account and look and see if you've received credit. So then that takes us on to another one right here. When will you receive credit for your online orders? This is something that's been really confusing for a while. I didn't even know how to answer that. And I finally nailed down the head of customer service, one of the managers in customer service, and had a good talk with her. And basically the way it works is like any company, they don't bill it until it ships. So like if you order from Amazon, it'll give you an invoice, but it's not billed until it ships. It's not, billed to your credit card. And so I don't know if you've noticed, but like if you order from Amazon, it will say, here's your items, and then it will tax to be determined or something like that. And it's not billed yet, right? So it's the same thing with your online store. So if a customer goes to your online store and they place an order, it isn't even billed to their credit card until it ships. Once it's billed to their credit card and shipped, then it takes 2 days roughly for it to show up on your for you to get paid on it. That's really important to know, because if you're counting on that order at the end of the campaign and it's more than 2 days, or if it's less than 2 days before the end of the campaign, there's a pretty good chance it won't make it in that campaign. You won't get credit. Hi, Linda. Good to see you. Having computer problems. Sorry to hear that. Sorry. I hope you get that fixed. But anyway, so if you get an online order and it's too close to the end of the campaign, there's a pretty good chance it won't make it in that campaign and it will move on to the next campaign. So it's really important to know that. But guess what? You can find out the status of any of your customer orders. So if you go to your online store, this is my online store, youravon.com/Lynn Huber. And you can even just go to avon.com. It doesn't matter. But if you scroll all the way to the bottom and you click on Track My Orders down here, you put in the order number and the email address. Now, if you have a customer order and when you go in your back office and pull it up, it gives you that information. It gives you the order number. And in your customer file, it should have the email address. So you put in the order number and the email address and Track My Order. And if it says that it shipped, then you know that 2 days after it shipped, roughly, it should be applied to your account. That's not a guarantee, but that gives you, at least now you know, at least you can, kind of plan on it. Because, I had one of my new reps. She's actually almost a top seller right out of the chute. She sold for me before, and then she came back. But she was working on the Kickstart bonus, and she wanted $400. She had to have $400 that campaign, and she had $250 in online orders, and it didn't end up making it into that campaign, and she was livid. And we were calling Avon and trying to get that handled and get an exception. And anyway, so long story short, it's really important. It could hurt you if you're counting on it to be in that campaign. So if you have an order that's too close to that campaign, you might want to make other arrangements if you're worried about a number, or if you're in leadership and you're worried about a number or something, like go out there and hustle up some more sales or something. Yeah,
that's the best solution, is just get more sales. I mean, it sounds really simple, but that really is it. Have to have more sales so you aren't right on the edge every time.
And I know, like Richard said, it sounds really simple, but Rick and Tina, I keep using them as a sample. But in fact, Tina was talking to me the other day, and she was telling me that during the cruise incentive last year, she was in her Kickstart program, and in her mind, she was not going to do less than a $500 order, because that $500 got her points for the cruise. And she said there was times when it was 11 o'clock at night before that order had to go in, that she was literally calling people or texting people saying, did you have an order? Is there anything I can help you with? Because she's hustling up those orders, right? So it's absolutely possible. It's just, how bad do you want it? Of course, you've had to give out those books before in order to do that, but it's all part of the process, right?
Yeah, but it's all part of the follow-up, like we've talked about before. That's really the key.
Okay, so this one, even those of you that have been around may or may not know this, but and I'm almost actually done with what I was going to be teaching. So if you have questions, put them in, and I'd be happy to answer them. Okay. Can my customer back order? This is actually pretty cool. And I don't know if you knew this, but when you go onto your website, this is youravon.com/Lynn Huber. This is my customer website. And when they shop in here, they're going to get whatever the current brochure is. So the question is, can they back order? And the answer is yes. So in order to back order, what they want to do is they want to click on product number up here. And they put the product number in, and look at this. They can choose which campaign they want it from. Now, it's not going to be, it doesn't work like your Avon, like our website where you can click on it and it shows you the price of the last 3 campaigns. It doesn't do that. But if they have a book, like we're in campaign 23 right now, and they have a campaign 22 book, and the price is cheaper in that book than what's showing up on the website, they can go in and they can put a product number here, and they can change this to campaign 22. And let me just grab a number, because I'll show you what it does. I mean, like I said, it doesn't give you, so let's see, 932362. It automatically pulls up the description, so you don't have to type it in. But it doesn't show you what the price was, so you kind of need to know. But if they're in a book that's older, that's within the 2 campaigns that you can back order, they can back order by doing it by item number, and then they just add to bag. So I hope that helps. And boy, I'm going through this pretty fast. So going back here in the getting started, I mean, all kinds of stuff in here, right? How to place your Avon order and invoice your customers. So I show you how to do your order if you've done an order already. Our system is so easy. I'm sure you figured that out, but if you haven't, it's here. And even there's a video in here in the video, it shows you how to invoice your customers afterwards. How do I order special offer items when I place my Avon order? That's like if it's buy one, get one free, or 2 for certain price, or something like that. Sometimes it's confusing to know whether to order both or not order both. And generally speaking, if it's buy this and get that, and you don't have a choice of that, you don't order it. Like if it's buy a day cream and get a free eye cream, then you're just going to order the day cream, and Avon will automatically send you the eye cream. If it's buy one, get one free, mix or match any Skin So Soft item, Avon doesn't know what to send you. And by the way, the free one is always going to be the less expensive one. So you'll order both, but it will be, the second one will be free. But if you're ever not sure, let me see, where is that? I know this, but now I wasn't really planning on doing it today. There is, and it's probably in my post. So let's see, what did I have? I just never do this because I don't need it. So when I figured it out when I wrote the post, but I don't use it all the time. So, oh, this is the old system. That's why. So under, it might just be under here. Let me see. Start new order. Is there an option to go to the? No. What we want is we want the product number guide.
Shop all. Mm-hmm.
Demo samples. Well, do you know what? I'm sorry. I don't know where it is on the new system. Maybe somebody else knows and they can tell me. But there is a product number guide that you can pull up. It's a PDF, and it tells you how to order them. So as you can see in my post, it looks like this, and it says on this page, purchase a Skin So Soft, get one free, and it says order the exact quantity you want, including the free units. And I know it's got to be there. I just am not sure exactly where it's at. Lori, if you're on there, can you comment? Do you know?
Maybe she'd know where it's at.
Do. Just pretty much, though, just remember that brochures and flyers, demos, samples. Gosh, it's got to be in here somewhere. I've seen it. I think it might be under Campaign Insider, actually. Mm. demos. There we go.
Yeah,
Campaign
okay.
Insider. So we're on Campaign Insider. And then right here, the product number guide, current, campaign 23. If you pull that up, it tells you brochure pages 90 to 97. Purchase 2 new products, get 1 matching eye cream. Avon will automatically send. Because see, you don't have a choice. You're going to get the eye cream. So in that case, you don't order it. But here it says purchase a new Hydrofusion product, get 1 free, mix or match. That's usually the magical words is mix or match. Because there's about 5 or 6 of the Hydrofusion products. So Avon doesn't know which one to send you. So order the exact quantity you want. So there you go. Okay, so then let's see. This talks about developing a routine. We actually taught on that last week, our last session, the last time we did a Facebook Live, we taught on this. How to use the Avon order book. This is just for people that are handwriting orders. And so if you're not handwriting orders, you wouldn't even need this, but see, it's the Avon order book that you write out the order. So anyway, there is.
Well, while we're on that, everybody make sure, I know in Utah, we just had a sales tax increase in October. So wherever you're at, California, I don't know, maybe it didn't change there, but you may want to go check and see what your local sales tax is. Because I know in Salt Lake Valley, it changed. It's anywhere from 7.1 to 7.6 now. Used to be 6.85.
Yeah.
So it went up here, but check. And the best way you can tell is when you get your invoice from Avon, it'll be on your invoice how much you're being charged based on your zip code.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Richard. So so that's really where it's at. So getting started. So this is onlinebeautybiz.com. Click on getting started. And really, I have all kinds of information in here. Frequently asked questions. A lot of them are a lot of what we just went through. What is a campaign? It's 2 weeks. How do I know when my first order is due? I showed you that up here. It's due before this date. Anytime. You can place your order anytime you want. It just has to be in by this date. And don't wait till the last minute. Do I have to place it on a specific date? Nope. Do I have to meet a sales quota? Nope. No sales quota, no minimum.
No money.
Except for the Kickstart program. If you want to earn the guaranteed 40% on the Kickstart program, there are requirements to earn that as far as sales. And if you're in leadership, there are sales requirements in order for you to earn commission off of your team. But there is no sales quota, no minimums. And here's the deal, though. If you are your first campaign, no minimum, you get 40%. 40% of $10 is still only 40, or 40% of $1 is still only 40 cents, right? Or 40% of $10 is still only $4. So, you know, bottom line is it doesn't matter if there's a minimum or a quota. It's the right question is, do I want to make money or do I not? Do I just want to play with it? And that's totally okay. You know what? If you just want to play with it and you want to get a discount on your products, that's totally okay. So there's no minimum. But if you want to make money, then there's still no minimum, but the more you sell, the more you're going to make. So how much money do you want to make? That's the real question. Okay, so Cheryl says, how much do you charge each customer for the service charge to help cover shipping? That's a good question. Thanks, Cheryl. So
in the book
on the Avon order book, they have 75 cents.
Yeah.
I charge $1. And I have that set up in my, actually, if you go to, where's my mouse? If I go back up here to Web Office, it's being slow today. Let me get that off. Come on. Well, anyway, you can go in and you can put it in your online store personalization tool. Customer invoicing, I have $1. I put 1.00, but it only saved the 1.00. And by the way, my sales tax just went up to 7.6%. So then save it. So I charge $1. Nobody even questions it. I know that there are other people that charge up to $2.50 that I know of. You know, Avon, yes, we have to pay shipping from Avon, and I don't know if I can easily find that. Actually, I might have it on my desk top.
Generally, the shipping cost is anywhere from like $8 to $13, and if you should have at least that many customers, so you should be breaking even pretty much, and it helps cover the cost of your brochures too.
Yeah. So what I was gonna say was, actually, Avon subsidizes our shipping. People are like, some people are like, well, I don't want to pay shipping, but you know what? I can order $1,500 worth of product, and my shipping is only like $13 or $15 or something, $16. Trust me, I'm getting like 7 big boxes, and I'm getting whole boxes of brochures, and those are heavy. If I went to UPS and shipped them, I would probably pay $70 for shipping for that order. So we're getting off really easy because Avon subsidizes our shipping, so our shipping is minimal.
Yeah, I just said there's a small flat rate box that you can send out through the post office, and I needed to mail something real quick to somebody, but it cost $7.20 just to mail that little tiny box. So that, and this last order we got several boxes. We probably got 100 pounds of product from Avon, and it was only $8 or $12 something.
So if you charge, okay, so Cheryl says, good. That's what I've been doing, but if you don't have many orders, then you lose.
Yeah.
Well, it's part of doing business. It's part of your cost of doing business. Maybe try to get more orders if you're worried about it. Again, it's about that follow-up. It's about giving out the brochures. I actually did a whole training on that about getting out a lot more brochures if you want to make a lot more money. Get out a lot more brochures and make sure you do the follow-ups on them if you're worried about that. But if you're let's just say that I don't know the numbers off the top of my head, but like if you have a $700 order, I think it's like roughly $14 or $15, right? So that you'd have 7 or 8 customers if you have a $700 order. So it's the smaller orders, because I think the lowest shipping is like $5.50 or $6 or something. So you probably need at least 6 customers to cover that. But keep in mind, you're making a percentage of profit as well. Yes.
Yes, get more customers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lori, yes.
Yes,
The answer
thanks,
is always get more customers, then you can cover the shipping costs.
Mhm.
And if you have more customers, you're actually going to make money on that dollar that you're charging, because you're going to get more than the amount that it's actually going to cost you. But like Richard said, it also helps you pay for brochures and samples and sales tools, all of the above, right?
Something we do when we do shows, people come up and we have drawing slips, or we have just to get their information, because we mail our brochures. And as they're filling it out, I say to them, we're going to mail them a brochure no matter what. But I say, I deliver in the local Salt Lake area, wherever I live. You can say wherever you live. But it says, if not, right on the back of our book, we have the information there. And you can order online. And your first order, you can get 10% off your order. And so you do that. So if it's a combination of physical orders that you're going to get and have to receive, and then a bag up and deliver. Or you can try to get online orders too. Get people to order online, and then you don't have any cost.
So since you brought it up, Richard, how do they get 10% off their order?
We put in a Welcome 10 code in their very first order. They can order the product, enter in a Welcome 10.
Okay, so in case you didn't know that, Welcome 10, one word, WELCOME, and then the number 10. If they use that code, the first time they buy something on your online store, they will get 10% off.
Yeah, occasionally Avon will have specials like this last week. They had like last Wednesday or something. They had any customer that ordered $25, we get free shipping on online sales, on an online order. But in this case, if they're a first-time customer, it's a good way to get them started and get them hooked on it. And then I always mention them, generally, if they order $40, they'll get free shipping. So
yeah. So then how do I have to keep an inventory? No. I strongly suggest you don't keep inventory. There may be some times that you might want to. I tend to keep a couple of bug guards, because people figure out they need it 3 hours before their flight to Costa Rica. I don't know why. but anyway, so I usually will keep a couple of bug guards, but I do not suggest you keeping inventory. There is no reason why you need to. You have a warehouse. Avon has a warehouse for you. They keep inventory for you, and you place your order and it's delivered to you, and that's how you're going to make the most money. Okay. I mean, if you're doing things like selling at shows and stuff like that, that's a whole different story. And so that's your decision, but you don't have to keep inventory. How much will I make? Well, there's the earnings. And you can always find it right here under earnings on your avon.com. Right here, 20%, 20, 30, 35, and 40, depending on the size of your order. Once you become President's Club, you can earn up to 45 and 50%. Do I receive a discount on my personal order? Yes, the same discount you get on your order. Okay. Are there any other costs? And yes, there's, you're responsible for buying your own brochures and sales tools. Avon provides many sales tools at a very low cost, such as samples and bags and things like that. If you really want to, you can go to the dollar store and buy bags. I mean, it doesn't matter, but you do want to look semi-professional. You want to look like, you're in business. So, and then set a budget for how much you're going to spend, because this is a business. This isn't a job where, Avon's just going to hand you a paycheck. You have a business. So that's why, you need to know that you're going to figure, you're going to pay shipping, you're going to pay for brochures, things like that. And then how is sales tax handled? This is actually really cool because Avon handles it for you. You don't have to handle it. If you were to open a store, you would have to go down to the state tax commission, and you would have to have a special permit, and you would have to report to them every sale you get. And they have the right to audit your books. And I've done it before. I've actually done it before, and it's a lot of work, and you pretty much need an accountant to handle it for you. But Avon does all that for you. They charge you the tax when you place your order. You pay it to Avon. Avon pays it to the state for you. And so you don't even have to worry about it. Just make sure you collect it from your customers so that you're not out it.
Yeah, and check. I don't know if you have a way that they can go and look to see what their sales tax is in their area, because it did go up in Utah. It did go up on October 1st. But I don't know if you have a link to that, or just to Google sales tax.
Google it. Google sales tax in your city.
Yeah.
I would probably Google sales tax in your city 2018. Yeah. Because it just went up in October. Mm-hmm. If you're not sure, call the sales tax commission, or just call a local store. They could probably tell you.
The easiest way is to look on your invoice. The invoice you get from Avon has the sales tax on there.
Yeah, it's right on right on your invoice.
Yeah, but it's what you're being charged for your zip code.
So you can pull up your invoice, and it will tell you how much sales tax you're being charged.
Yeah.
Do I have to pay shipping? Yeah, we already talked about that. Between $6 and $15. Charge your customers 75 cents or $1. Like I said, I even know of people that charge a lot more, like $2.50. And most of the time, customers don't bat an eye. They don't even question it.
And when I'm delivering the orders, a lot of times they can pay either cash, check, or we use a Square, so they can use a credit card. And a lot of times, if people pay me cash, and if it's an odd amount, I always have change with me so I can give them change back. But sometimes if it's like 34 cents or whatever, they give me an extra $1 and they say just keep the change. So you pick up a nickel and 50 cents here and there on that too. So
yeah,
it's usually not a problem.
So do I have to attend meetings? Nope. I do say that the people that are at the top do, though. Yes. So it's just, again, it's how much money do you want to make. Since Richard mentioned it, I really just one more thing and then we'll end it. On the side of it here is a search. And on this whole blog, if you're on a phone, that search is going to be at the bottom under about 7 posts or something. But let me type in Square, because he brought this up. Maybe not. I thought it would come up. Let's try credit card. Well, if I could type. Okay, take customer credit cards easily on your phone at no charge. So Square is one of those, you've seen them, those things people have on their phones, and you swipe your credit card in it. It's what it is Square is a merchant processing system, just like when you go to the store.
It's right there.
Yeah, there's a picture. So just like when you go to a store, if you pay by credit card, they have a merchant account at the store. They have a bank that handles all the processing for them. Well, Square is just a bank that handles the processing for you. Now, if a customer wants to pay by credit card, you can technically go into youravon.com and you can enter it as a payment on your account. I don't think Avon likes that because there's no, you're doing it instead of the customer. And so there's no way to go back and say, well, how did you prove that that they approved it? You know what I mean? So you can sign up for Square And so if you just search for credit card down here, it'll come up. Take customer credit cards easily from your phone at no charge. Now, the deal with Square is you can do it for free because Square has what is kind of an affiliate program. So, hold on, just 1 second. Cheryl says, I love Square. Yes. And Norma says, I guess I need to order more books and a lot of samples. Yes, Norma. Yes. Good idea. That'll help you grow your business. So anyway, Square has it's kind of an affiliate program. They don't pay you. You don't make money by sharing it. But if you share it, they give you and the person you're sharing it to $1,000 worth of free processing. So if you click in here and you join by my link and you click and you join it, it's free. The processing is something like 2.75 or something like that percent. Oh, it's right here, 2.75% processing fee. But if you join with my link, you'll get free processing on $1,000 worth of purchases. So that's for quite a while. You'll get free, absolutely free processing. Then if you share that with somebody else, then you and them will also get $1,000. Yes, you and them will also get $1,000. So you'll get another $1,000 of free processing. And so if you have an upline, like I know Lori's on this call, and I know Lori uses Square. So if you're in her team, get with her and get her link, because we want, it's not like I'm looking for all the thing. If you have team members, I want them to go with you. So if you have an upline, ask them if they're using Square and ask them if they can share a link with you. If you don't have an upline or if you don't have, then yeah, join with my link. You'll get the free processing and so will I. So it helps both of us. And it is so easy because you're delivering an order to your customer. They hand you a credit card, you swipe it and you're done. And then they deposit it in your bank account the next day. And they don't charge you a penny if you do it with that link for that $1,000. And I'll tell you, I've never paid for it. I've had it for years and I've never paid for it because every time I share it, I get another $1,000 in processing. And so right now I have quite a few thousands even banked up. So I've never had to pay for it. So if you do that, then you're set. And even if you do, sometimes it's worth it to pay the 2.75% if you have to, just because it makes it easy. The customers approved it. They've signed for it. There's no question about whether it was legitimate purchase.
It's really easy. Most of our customers use it. It's really simple. They love using it. Most people love using credit cards because hardly anybody carries cash anymore.
Or debit cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was probably not, I wasn't really planning on going there today.
That's good.
So that's all I really have for you guys. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lori loves Square too.
Yeah.
Go Lori. So anyway, that's all I have for you guys. We will be back next week, same time, same place, on November 4th. So I look forward to seeing you there. If you have questions or if you have something you want me to talk about, drop me a note on Online Beauty Biz, on the Facebook group on Online Beauty Biz. Drop me a note, and I would love to, if you have something you want me to talk about, I'd love to see if I can talk about that.
I just have one thing to say about next week. I'll see how many people are on time next week. Everybody shouldn't have too much of a problem because next week is daylight savings. Oh. And we get to fall back, so we give you an extra hour to sleep next week, and then you get an extra hour to grow your business. So anyway, we'll see you next Sunday.
So get out there, get your books out, take orders, make money, and have an amazing week.
Yes, and have a happy Halloween.
Let me get this back. Okay, so I'll say it again. Have an amazing week, and it's Halloween, so it's an opportunity. Halloween's a great opportunity to give out books to all those moms bringing their kids around trick-or-treating. Mm-hmm. So don't forget that. Yeah, you can make out little bombitas, little sample things that have your Avon card in it and an Avon sample in it. Thank you, Cheryl. Appreciate you. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, all of you guys.
Thanks, everybody that was on.
So have a great evening. We'll see you next week.
Yes.